if you are new here, I'm Kaniti, and if you're already watching this channel, welcome back. Today we are going to watch 19th episode of the anime Monster, so let's see what it has. Let's go. Clear
私は3
voice.
年前に離婚してね。いや、正確には妻に逃げられたんだがね。何しろ、私は妻の言葉に耳を傾けるよりも、こっちに耳を傾けているのがほとんどだ
To
ったか
what?
らね。妻は私にこう
That's not the first story like this.
ただ人の心を覗くコレクター
A wife leaving because a husband is obsessed with something like job, or here he's obsessed with
かもしれないが、
listening to
その心の奥に
something.
潜む深い淵を覗き込むという才能
Basically, also his
私
work.
自身もその深い淵に沈み込むという可能性を払う
Therapist?
で、4番目の被害者は18歳のミュンヘンの女性だったね。彼女を切り刻んだ時、性的興奮を覚えたかい。
ドクター、そんなことより12番目の殺人について聞いてくれ。
フロップハウスのハンナ・ケンプ夫人、52歳だね。
あの時、俺は。
いや、この件は話さなくていい。いずれ聞くことにはなるだろうが、今はその前の11件に関しての話が聞きたいんだ。いいね。
Criminal therapist?
君の性的
Psycho...
殺人を犯す前なのか、後なのか。
Psychologist? Okay. So, I'm trying to think, this is going to be another little maybe side story about some new characters, or maybe they will be connected somehow to us, well, probably they should be, but it's interesting. So, this doctor, if I understood everything correctly, I was sometimes confused like who is talking at the moment, as I am not very good at distinguishing voices. But as I understand, this blonde person is a kind of criminal therapist or psychologist, and he has to talk to this serial killer guy and ask him about his crimes, and it's very hard for him to like keep his sanity when he has to deal with things like this on a daily basis and listen to these people's stories, and it's very hard for the stories not to influence him in a way, and maybe he keeps listening to them, and in fact he didn't listen to what his wife had to say, had to tell him, and that's why like a divorce happened, just like I mentioned like in previous cases. It's kind of Lungi's family left him, and also Mr. Maurer, 16 to 18 girl, yeah, long hair, sex crime.
ただし、彼は12件目の殺人も自白している。しかし、この件の被害者であるケンプ夫人は52歳と高齢の上、セックスの後になり、
Might be some other reason.
人の依頼で行ったと語ることによってそう
Oh, maybe he's one of the people who kind of works for Johan sometimes. Maybe like Johan reached out to him and asked him to do this.
私だよ、ルーディ。
天もいやー驚いたよ。
すまない。こんな尋ね方しかできなかった。訳は知ってるよな。
ああ、聞いてるよ。
私が。
Should I remember Rudy too? Because I do not, unfortunately.
新聞やテレビ
He doesn't. Also, he doesn't have a very recognizable face. Like no like unusual features or anything.
しかしなぜよりによって私を訪ねてきたんだ。私たちは仲が良かったわけじゃ
But he's also a doctor, so like there might be some connection because of this. Disdained.
君と目が合うたびに思ったよ。
So like despised.
軽蔑しているとね。なるほど。あの時の借りを返せというわけだな。金かい。
いや、違うんだ。君は犯罪心理学の
Criminal psychology. Okay, so
その
it's
件
kind
見てもらいたいものがあ
of
る
right about this. So he wants to talk to him about Johan's psychology.
僕の中のモンスターが
He collects messages from Johan. Maybe there's going to be more messages. He already has like collection of 2.
なるほど
So this monster in him likes being watched, but
世話になった養父母を次々と殺し今のようなメッセージを残して再び姿を消
yes.
した、
一刻も早く彼を探し出さなきゃならない。
そして一刻も早く君の身の潔白を証明したい。
I kind of thought that he doesn't really care for this right now. He asks him about like proving his
ある名門
innocence.
大学医学部トップでなければ気が済まない男がいた。ところが一人の日本人学生が編入し男の立場は一変した。彼は社交的ですぐみんなの人望を集めた。おまけに成績優秀、それまでトップを走っていた男を前期試験であっさり引きずり下ろした。後期試験、男はトップの座を
That's peculiar thing. Like I never had something like this in my school, but I often saw it in manga.
最後のテストは男が大の
Like
苦手と
being
法医学概論だった。
top students and something like this.
水の泡だ。男は
Creates a competitive atmosphere.
これでトップの座がいてる。ところが
That's not fair. Wait,
だが日本人はそれを誰にも言わない。
they know each other from school actually?
返り咲いた。
And they all look quite old. So it's not school, it's like college, university school.
君の言うところの多重人格か。君はある人格が犯罪を犯し、別のある人格がそれを止めよ
Yeah,
うとしている
basically.
ね。
It doesn't really try to stop it though.
犯行現場にこの手のメッセージが残された例はある。だが時としてそれは罪を逃れるための方便。
Well, sometimes you actually do feel like you kind of don't have full control of your actions.
大抵の人は連続殺人犯が内向的な人間だと誤解しているが、それは大間違いだ。彼らの中には知能が高く社交的で
Yeah.
話のうまい人間もいる。彼らは大嘘つきなんだよ。
That's an interesting topic though.
遊ばれているのか。
まあまあ、
So he suggests that Johann just wants to kind of make himself look more innocent.
実は3年前に離婚してね。いや、正確には
He says this in the beginning of each recording.
ありがとう。興味深い話だったよ、天馬。この件は徹底的に研究してみたい。1週間もしたら連絡をくれ。この男、
Did he go to Lungi with it? Ah, no, he just shows this guy now.
どういう点でだい？
彼怪
He wants to see some
確かに
if serial killers have some answers for this.
私の中にだって怪物はいる。
やめろ。記事を物に
何？
So what does he think?
怪物はこの世に存在すると言っている。
And he thinks that he is kind of fully a monster himself.
目はそういう目で私を見るな。
Or does he suggest that this criminal psychologist
私は軽蔑されるのが嫌いだ。
disdained?
何を？回収を。
This is kind of dangerous.
怖いか。怖いか。
So this man also finds joy in kind of making people scared. He looks kind of
い
happy.
いことを教えてやる。
ご協力ありがとう。
奴は確実にあなたの元へやってくるんでしょうな。
その時は直ちに連絡しますよ。
He wants to sell Denmark?
逮捕後も彼を私の研究材料として提供していただきたい。非常に興味深い犯罪者なんでね、あのドクター・テンマは。
So he actually thinks that Denma is a criminal. He didn't believe him?
ケンプ夫人の屋敷に行ってみろ。地下の物置だ。そこに行けばあんたにもわかる。
Is this going to be something super scary and creepy?
怪物がいるという証拠。そこにある。
はい。いやー、テンマ。ああ、ぜひ会いたいね。わかった。
I don't believe that any person can be like 100% only a monster though.
天馬と約束を取り付けました。夜8時にオーデル公園
Everyone has like,
では
even if they hate people, maybe they like animals or something like that.
私
Like,
は今、犯行当日のユルゲンスの侵入ルートを検証している。自供によると、彼はこの物置に潜入し、数時間を過ごした。
I like this theme of him recording everything.
2階のベッドルームに押し入り、犯行に及んだ。
So what monstrous thing should be?
何の変
A
哲
shovel?
ただ、写真立てだ。たくさん
A little boy in glasses.
が写っている。
Holy crap! The doll is creepy, especially if you watch a lot of horrors.
何の異常も見当たらない。ユルゲンスの言う怪物の証拠などここにはない。やはり12件目の殺人は捜査錯乱のために行ったのだ。彼はある友人の依頼で行ったと自供している。またその友人を怪物と呼ぶことで
Yeah, so he was talking about Johan. Did it move? I don't think so. I would be so scared in this basement. I would run away.
洗顔された。そこにはおふくろの大事にしていたでかい人形があった。髪の長い女の子の人形だ。俺は叩かれながらその人形に助けを求めた。だがそいつは俺を見てニヤニヤ笑っているだけだった。しかもその物置は俺のおふくろの写真でいっぱいだった。
So he killed his own mom?
おふくろおふくろおふくろ
Is this his voice?
ずーっと見張ってやがった。
どういうことだ。そのものじゃないか。ユルゲンスはここを自分で子供時代の物置そっくりに作り変えたというのか。お、これは子供の頃のユルゲンス。
So, but if he wanted to exact revenge, why did he say it was like
この写真は
done as like because his friend asked him?
上からユルゲンスの子供の頃の顔。
Maybe Johan lived with her for a while.
これもこれもこれもケンプ夫人に子供はいなかったはずだ。
Okay, so maybe that's not him. Maybe like he actually remodeled this room
そこにある。
like how it was with his actual mother, but Miss Camp is not his mom,
に書いてあるとおり
but his friend Johan.
ある日俺の
maybe did live with her for some time. That's why he asked to kill her, because he kills every, like, older person who he lived with
妙に慣れ慣れしい
for some amount of
最初
time.
は腹が立ったそれからその手紙は毎週届いた奴は手紙までところがいつの間にかその手紙が待ち遠しくなった楽しいんだよその手紙思ったよ
Well, it's always nice receiving letters.
そしてある日その手紙で呼び出されたんだある屋敷の物置に行ってみろ
ケンプ夫人の屋敷の物置か。
なんで知ってるんだなんであいつは俺の子供の頃を知ってるんだろうケンプ夫人の屋敷で俺は混乱したどういう
So it wasn't him who arranged this? And he doesn't even know the answer himself? Is she his mom or not?
ケンプ夫人を奴は手紙
So maybe he was taken from his mom when he was small, and so he doesn't, like, remember who his mom actually is. So he isn't sure did he kill his own mother or not. And that maybe Johann thought it would be funny to make him kill his mom.
これも
Is this the same handwriting?
これも僕を見て僕を見て僕の中のモンスターがこんなに大きくなったよ助けて僕の中のモンスターが破裂しそうだヨハンの残したメッセージだ
Well, the only obvious thing is that...
友達よ
The friend has to be Johann. Yeah, you can actually see blonde hair now. That's interesting. So he probably... Well, I already, like, speculated on all that I could speculate on already. Even though he sold Tenma out, kinda, he now understands that Tenma was probably telling the truth. So how will it affect his actions now?
忙しいところすまないルーディ
You can see by Tenma's face that he actually does believe Rudy, like, does trust him. Better word.
ヨハンなんてこの世にはいない君が作り出した架空の人物だってねルーディ聞いてくれ私は今私はユルゲンスという連続殺人犯を研究しているんだがね一件だけ彼の手口とは異なる犯行があったんだそんなことより私の話を聞いてくれ
はいはいはい今日はこれにて終了だまたのお越しを
カーニバルが終わりました全員に伝えろ私の合図と同時に取り押さえるはい二人の会話も聞き漏らすなよ天馬君は私を軽蔑していたね
He has a big complex.
参入しているのを見てから君は
Yeah, now he says college. I wish they always said college and not school, because when they say school, I think of school.
コール警部まずいですよドクター・ギーレンと天馬は西口に向かって歩いていますこれじゃあカーニバル街部の客に紛れ込んでしまう確かに
So that was not the plan.
仕方のない人間
So after all, now he believes Tenma and doesn't want to sell him out anymore.
私はここにカンニングペーパーを潜ませていたこんな風にね
Flee! So run! Yeah!
警察に囲まれているミルダン歩こう
It makes me happy.
それが周りが騒がしくて音声がユルゲンスは友達の依頼でケンプ夫人を殺害したと言っていたこれはケンプ夫人邸の物置にあったものだケンプ夫人に子供はい
Okay, so that's a fact. So that was not his
君の
mom.
言っていたヨハンとユルゲンスの言っていた友達は同一人物だ西口を通過取り押さえますか待て天馬は は銃を持ってるかもしれないんだぞ。
He does.
ヨハンのメッセージと同じ文章がケンプ夫人邸にもあった。ヨハンはケンプ夫人のもとに帰省し、
Yeah,
亡くなった夫人を
he did this.
君が言うように過去を
But he was pretty small when he was in photos with her, and now he is much older, so he took quite a long time to do this.
とは言えないが、私が分析したことを伝えておく。
Maybe he.
どうやってかはわからないが、ヨハンは殺人者の匂いを嗅ぎ取る。そして彼らの孤独に
Yeah, maybe he was looking for someone that could do it for
ヨハン
him.
には青年期に帰省した養父母を殺害したケースがまだ見当たらないということだが、
おそらく年齢的に
Yeah,
養父
that's logical. So he just kills off everyone who
他にも
took care of him when he was smaller.
ヨハンはついに理想の家族を見つけ、そこに入り
Is there such a thing for
なぜ
him?
そうとするんだ。何か理由があってなのか。
Maybe his
今は
ideal family is feeling that Tenma is like his father? Does this count?
さあ、バス
Like jump on the bus and run away?
確認しろ。何番のバスに乗るか。車をターミナルに回せ。追跡の準備だ。
はい。バスのチケットを買っておいたんだ。天馬、今出頭して身の潔白を証明する道もあるぞ。私が協力する。
私は自分の無実を晴らすためにヨハンを
Yeah, I know this. But I'm not sure how much he actually cares at all about proving his innocence.
君はまさかヨハンを。
ああ、そうだ。私は君を軽蔑なんかしてなかった。
Of course, you're so sweet.
面白そうなやつだと思っていたが、いい機会がなかった。でも、
Now I'm worried for Rudy. Like when he said he's going to help Tenma, I'm not sure he's going to survive in the end.
こっちを見て。
私もあの時カンニングしてたんだよ。
Really? I don't believe you.
なんだと。
He acts shocked, like he's shocked at the fact that he was cheating. Of course not. I just think it was a fun transition. Oh, that's a nice episode. I think it's coming to an end. I wanted to say I really wanted to say something and now I kind of forgot. Oh, right. We see these people that kind of get obsessed with something. That's the first thing I want to talk about. And right now you can say kind of like Tenma is obsessed with finding Johan and killing him probably, or saving. Oh, wait! Oh, the ending changed a bit. Now it's like the monster. It's not like a human eating a monster, but more like a monster like climbing into a human's mouth. Maybe that's to reflect the words from Johan's note that there's a monster inside of him. So that's like he was facing a monster. This monster climbed into him. And after that, he became very strong, I guess. Like, I'm talking about the ending because now this person's like holding up a whole tree. That's peculiar. Yeah, I think that's the previous episode. It was still the same, so... Okay, I think that's the last shot. So I wanted to say... He is kind of obsessed with finding Johan, and this kind of became his main goal, and he doesn't really look past that, like thinking about his innocence or anything like that. And I think it's interesting that this anime really talks a lot about this. Like I already mentioned, Maurer, Lunge, there's also Rudy, who also was in the same situation, a person so invested in what they are doing that they are basically unable to perceive any other like outer information. like words of their loved ones or something like that. That's very peculiar. I think that's an interesting thing to think about, especially if you're really invested in your work. Though I think like your work, well, for every person it is different. Like the purpose of your life, probably. I would say I think the purpose of my life is to just to enjoy it. But obviously your work is something that takes up a lot of time in your life, so it has to be something that you are really passionate about. So I think that not a bad thing that they are passionate about it. It was, but I think in here in Monster, it is kind of being condemned a little bit. Like you still have to find time for the world around you. So that's an interesting theme that I think keeps resurfacing. And about this guy, okay, I forgot, Jurgens was his name. That's a very peculiar thing. So maybe he said it as a fact that Mrs. Kemp didn't have any children, so she was kind of foster mother for Jochen for some time, and Jochen found the serial killer who had the bad relationship with his mom when he was small, and he thought it would be fun to kind of fuck with him and make him think that maybe Mrs. Kemp was actually his mom, and kind of place this seed of doubt in this person's head and see how this will happen, because Jochen enjoys seeing people express such emotions as like fear of death and something like this. Maybe he was also interested in a more wide spectrum of emotions. How would a person react if they think that they realize that they just killed their mom who was abusive to them when they were small, and probably like maybe he was taken away from his mom, like I'm not sure. What did he say something about it? Because if he wasn't, he should be sure like who his mom is. He shouldn't have any doubts, right? So that's kind of peculiar situation. I think that's one of the reasons why he called Jochen a monster. He was like, why would a person do this to me too? Why would he create this situation? I have only one answer. He's probably a monster. So I guess that's how I understand it. But I think this was a bit, how to say it, okay, I'm not sure if I'm right. That's what I'm trying to say. Like, it was a bit complicated, so please share your thoughts on how you understand this story with Jurgens and Mrs. Kemp in the comments down below, without spoilers, of course. I don't think we are going back to this particular story. I'm just like always saying that better not spoil future episodes. So that would be it for today. Thank you for watching and see ya.